Again, God's morning, continuation. Incidental tracer, the whereabouts of the lost Ark of the Covenant. The Book of Esther proves its accuracy and important role in connection with the established Purim festival observance in the history of Israel as a nation. Again, in this particular tracer, the Book of Maccabees attests to the veracity of the records contained therein. In the second book of Maccabees, chapter 2, verses 4 to 8, it appears. These same records also tell us that Jeremiah, acting under divine guidance, commanded the tent of the Lord's presence in the covenant box to follow him to the mountains where Moses had looked down on the land which God had promised our people. When Jeremiah got to the mountain, he found a huge cave. Therein he hid the tent of the Lord's presence, the covenant box, and the altar of incense. Then he sealed up the entrance. Some of Jeremiah's friends tried to follow him and mark the way, but they could not find the cave. When Jeremiah learned what they had done, he reprimanded them, saying, "No one must know about this place until God gathers his people together again and shows them mercy. At that time, he will reveal where these things are hidden, and the dazzling light of his presence will be seen in the cloud, as it was in the time of Moses and on the occasion when Solomon prayed that the temple might be dedicated in holy splendor." Please take note, it says, the mountain where Moses had looked down on the land which God had promised our people. That particular mountain is clearly described in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34, verses 1 to 3. Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo, to the top of Mount Pisgah, east of Jericho. And there the Lord showed him the whole land, the territory of Gilead as far north as the town of Dan, the entire territory of Naphtali, the territories of Ephraim and Manasseh, the territory of Judah as far west as the Mediterranean Sea, the southern part of Judah, and the plain that reaches from Zoar to Jericho, the city of palm trees. Further corroborative records also show where Mount Pisgah was located in those times. Deuteronomy chapter 3 verse 17. On the west, their territory extended to Jordan River, from Lake Galilee in the north down to the Dead Sea in the south and to the foot of Mount Pisgah on the east. Deuteronomy 3:27. Go to the peak of Mount Pisgah and look to the north and to the south, to the east and to the west. Deuteronomy 32:48 to 49. That same day, the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the Abarim mountains in the land of Moab, opposite the city of Jericho. Climb Mount Nebo and look at the land of Canaan that I am about to give the people of Israel." Joshua 12:3. It included Jordan Valley from Lake Galilee, south to Beth Jeshimoth, east of the Dead Sea, and toward the foot of Mount Pisgah. Joshua 30:19 to 20. Kiriatham, Sibna, Joreth, Shahar on the hill in the valley, Beth Peor, the slopes of Mount Pisgah, and Beth Jashimoth. Based on the foregoing geographical description as presented in the lifted records from the Holy Bible, we can pinpoint with accuracy the definite and exact area of the place where Mount Pisgah is located. We can proceed with the search for that particular cave where Prophet Jeremiah hid the covenant box, the tent of the Lord's presence, and the altar of incense. The use of satellites, sophisticated equipment, and electronic detectors could trace the physical presence of the covenant box in the place mentioned, being in a cave at Mount Pisgah. Hopefully, just as the Ark of Noah was positively found in the biblically described Mount Ararat range, it could be a great possibility for the covenant box to be in the vicinity of Mount Pisgah. Thank you for viewing, reading, watching. God bless you all. Narrated by Jane Diva Precious. Written by Michael Don, Kuya Nonoy, Ubiquitous Art, Crisindo. Thank you.